Okay? We are in PST. Okay? Every time. -9. What the fuck are you talking about? A Smash Bros matchup? Don't do that. Hi, baby. Hello, Libke. Excellent. You are here. So we have 3 of the 4 people here. Hi, baby girl. Show us the cat. That'll be 500 subs right now, Helios. Okay, YouTube stream is back. That means we can go live on TikTok, and that means we are one step closer to actually doing the stream today. Huzzah. Tarzard, thank you for the 2 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Hey Mauled, happy to be here. I've got a Christmas themed deck that I want to see if I can get roasted. Could you tell me the rules for tomorrow? Yes. Actually, no. I'm going to go live on TikTok, and then I'm going to tell everybody the rules for everything one time, and then we're going to be able to do the commander roasting, and it's going to be great. I think it will help if you tell us the rules once per platform. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Traveler, welcome back to the YouTube stream. Half55, welcome back to the YouTube stream. And then, all right, TikTok is now live. Okay, we can now begin talking about the rules for the deck roasting for this month, for the free roast stream, etc., etc., etc. Graceless Dance, thank you for the Twitch follow. So, here's how it's going to work. The deck roasts for this month are not live. They have not been sold yet. They are going to begin being sold at noon PST tomorrow. That is going to be when the stream goes live. And so if you are at all confused about when noon PST is, or you second guess yourself, as many of us do, once you get the stream notification, it is live. Then, during the stream, we are going to be giving away free deck roasts. The way those are going to be given away is via a game called Marbles on Stream. To participate in that raffle, you are going to have to be watching on Twitch. You do not have to be watching on Twitch for the duration of the stream. You do not have to be watching on Twitch as a subscriber. You do not have to be following. You do not have to have paid any money to me anywhere. You merely need to be watching on Twitch because that is the only platform this fucking game is hooked into. We will run a marble race. You will not have active control of your marble. As art imitates life, you will not have direct control of your balls. Whoever's ball wins, this is a glorified, like, slot machine. Whoever's ball wins, you get your deck roasted right then. You cannot hold your roast for a future time. I am considering allowing that if you have purchased a roast and you win a marble raffle, like within an hour of each other, that I will refund your purchased roast when we do. That seems cute. That seems fair. That seems like Yugi Moto decided. But if you win a roast, it is not, ooh, I get a free one to do later in the month. We are doing them now because this is like the only time in the month that I can do effectively like pro bono work. All right. Content's crazy. I got to get my fucking money. I do want to give free stuff to you guys, but I designate one day a month to give free stuff to you guys, and that's Sunday. It's Nick, it's not today. It's tomorrow. God. If you win, You can send a deck list either into Twitch chat, or you can join my Discord and put it in the Dear Maultown channel of my Discord. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. for the East Coasters. Yeah, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And then we're still looking for Irish Webster, because I have no fucking idea who this person submitted under. Oh, that actually fixes everything. They think they're going tomorrow. Hello, baby. Okay, Irish Webster thinks they're going tomorrow. Perfect. Zenorum, thank you for the 10 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Enraged Dog. How much money do I need to toss your way for you to make a funny little short on the new goat of my Commander Knights, Jaws the Relentless Predator? How much, Stray? No amount. Or like, we've talked about this before. It's $500. I'll stop the stream to roast your deck live. To get a Commander roast live, you would need to pay me like $500,000. And that is not a joke, because a huge part of my content has benefited from and is predicated upon people commenting to get their streaks answered. And so if I'm going to break that consumer trust, you are not paying for my time or for the short. You are paying for me to break consumer trust. And that is minimum $500,000. Otherwise, just comment and wait, and we'll get to it. Hello, babies. Hello, babies. Does one of you want to come here? No? Okay. Because we have multiple people who have been requesting commanders for over 100. We have multiple active over 100-day streaks. We have a couple people who have been asking for like over a clear year. So if you engage with the YouTube Shorts or the TikTok comment sections, like you'll get your shit done for free. Particularly, like, I'm gonna be so real, you guys. If your commander is funny, it's gonna, you're getting it, right? And I would say Jaws is a little bit funny. Hunter x Hunter is mid and nowhere near as good as people say. Well, I think that's, and this is from somebody on TikTok, I think that's kind of a false argument, right? I don't think it's mid, but with anything that's run so long, you get some people who are real fanatics about it. Like, you get some people who really think that, it's not Oda, whoever, that's One Piece, whoever the guy who wrote One Piece is, you get some people who are just like straight sniffing that guy's farts, and anything they do, they're going to be like, this is the best thing ever. This is the, you don't understand the literary mechanisms at work with the chalupa this man had last night. And yeah, it's not that, but like, it's pretty good. Yeah, or if you are the sister of somebody with a super long streak and you ask day one, it'd be really funny to give it to you day one. Yeah. That can happen too. Yeah, like Hunter x Hunter has a lot of parts that drag. The pacing is not as bad as One Piece, but the pacing is not like it's not all hits, which is not, I don't think, what the author intended for it to be. But yeah, it is not nonstop home runs. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much is your hound mauling today? I'd say a 3. Oh, right. So what I was saying, let's talk about like the realist. Oh, hold on. Manual ad break. We're in the vamp time. Elikman, how soon do you need to go? So I can moderate my vamping. But we have 2 things to vamp about. One, the realism of your commander getting roasted. If I look at like, let me go to scene 2 for this. So there's, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. So like recently, I roasted the walls of Ba Sing Se. This video did incredibly well. Am I very funny? Yes, I am. Is this card very funny? Yes, it is. Is it in a set that's hotly anticipated? Yes, it is. Those all have bearings on why the video did way better than my other videos. But let's see. Let's see. This one has actually broken 1 million views. The Walls of Ba Sing Se video is at 1.1. Okay, so we got to go like right now. All right. Short answer is if your commander is very funny, or if your commander is intrinsically funny, it is much more likely that your streak will get done because I like job security. And the Walls of Ba Sing Se short, here's for any of you data heads, data point for YouTube short with 1.1 million views, I got $190. This is tracking anywhere from like 4 to 6 times as popular as the other commander shorts that have come out. And I'm still gonna do every last goddamn one of them. But like, especially, you know, if it's a day where money is tight or I want Chipotle, there is a marked difference between, okay, I could spend an hour of my time and make $200, or I could spend an hour of my time and make 20. Now, I do not know beforehand 100% which ones are going to be hits and which ones are going to be misses, but like you can, like I did Go-Go, and I did like Wilson Refined Grizzly, and I was like, these are going to be fine. These are going to be fine. I'm going to have some good jokes. They're not going to do bad, but like Wilson has done, has been out for a month and a half, and he's done like 300K, which is still pretty good. He's still doing pretty good. But there's some where it's just like, oh, joke card in the hot new commander set. How did Azula do compared to Walls? Azula is tracking at like a little over 50%. Azula right now is at 2/3 of a million. The Life of Shade, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. And those are like overwhelmingly the two most successful ones. How did Regos do? Dog shit. I don't actually remember. Oh, he was actually a 1 out of 10 for his time. He's at a little over 300,000 views, which is he's at almost 200,000 actual views, and then he's at a little over 300,000 YouTube views, which is get away from my smoothie kittens. Oh my God! Stop it! Get up! Come here. Look into the eyes of a criminal. Look, chat room, into the eyes of a, come here. You little, no, you're staying here. They were just moving my OBS scenes around. Here, get in your bed. Okay. Behold a Duck, thank you for the 3 months at Prime. Welcome back to the dog home, my friend. My lord. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Dane and Wildfire. I was being beset by asshole cats. Dane and Wildfire, thank you for the Prime sub for the 4th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Mauled, how does it feel being the third most interesting creature on your own stream? Pretty good. That means the number should go up, right? That means the cats will save my stream numbers, yeah? Who's a pretty kitty? Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good everywhere. Now it is time. Excellent. With no further ado, if you have not been to one of these streams before, my supporters send me a deck list, a primer, and a power rating. We do not accept 1 through 10. It's wrong and bad. We do accept the bracket system, but we mostly work with silly, spooky to scary, a qualitative measure of how ominous your deck's turns are to somebody who knows Magic and is paying attention to the game. And up first today, we have Elikman with a spooky deck. The goal is simple: double spell and double spell accessories. This has undergone a ton of changes, but even after other people have looked at this deck twice, including a full ground up rebuild, it still doesn't feel consistent enough to me. It feels like I just don't have the right pieces assembled in the right order enough of the time for it to truly feel good. And I don't think that it's a lack of card draw. A bold assertion coming from a man who is likely not playing Consult the Star Charts. Storm Crane Hurricane. Okay, so this is the Shiko and Narset double spell deck. Alright, so let's... Before I look too much at the rest of the deck list, let's assess based off the primer. Well, it's Danon, it's not Storm. It's not Storm. This is specifically Flurry, which is I want to cast 2 spells a turn. That is a very, very different beast from doing Storm. We said this has been through 2 makeovers, one of which was a ground up rebuild. Did Veggie trick you into playing this card? Because I'll text him if he did. That's gotta be, like, we gotta report him to the BBB if he's telling people to play Magma Opus. I get Mizzix Mastery, I get Torrential Gearhulk. I think sight unseen on the rest of this deck. If we're having trouble with it, feeling consistent, I would guess that we have overcommitted to synergy pieces instead of just good cards. Like, the longer you spend on a deck, generally, if you're still unsatisfied with how it's doing, generally you go like less and less staples and you get weirder and weirder. You get deeper in the roux of your sauce. Like, you've let it simmer for too long. You've made a balsamic reduction of shit where everything is a good synergy piece, but none of the individual cards are... I added it as another card that could work with Gearhulk, plus it can discard itself for Gearhulk setup. Yeah, okay, so we have done exactly the thing I've talked about. So what we're probably going to want to do is reset and evaluate cards more. How do they do on their own? Like, just, is this a card I would be happy to have in my hand, independent of all the other shit? Like, if you want a deck that is going to be this, like, perfect, like, synchronized swimmer-esque machine where every single piece operates in perfect concert with another piece and they come together to create a crashing crescendo of Magic the Gathering, what you have described as a TV show. You have described a deck that is played in a skit about Magic the Gathering. You have described a fabricated situation staged on a gameplay show to get a YouTube short to promote their gameplay show. We have not described a commander deck. Yeah, you have described a King Luke short. We have not described an actual commander deck that you can play with other people. You can get close to that, but we do need a lot of the cards to just, like, be good enough with enough other stuff in the deck. We can't be doing, like, I'm playing Magma Opus to set up for Torrential Gearhulk. You tag this burn, brother. We are desperate. What you're saying is I should cut what I labeled Gear Hulk package, right? I'm not yet convinced. I'm not yet convinced you need to cut that. I am convinced you need to cut Magma Opus. That's all I'm currently convinced of. Return Speller permanent to its owner's hand. Deal 4 to any target. Create 2 monks with prowess. Draw 2 cards. Gain 4 life. Alec, man, I want to paint a word picture of a different reality in which this card was good at any of the things it was doing instead of being mid at all of them. That's another issue. We can't have... listen, you can do this. I'm never going to be the guy to recommend you do this. You can have every card in your deck work 4 jobs badly. You can finish fucking up pizzas at the Pizza Hut, and then you can go to the fucking 7-Eleven and sell a bunch of vapes to children, and then you can go to the Gap and put all the clothes in the wrong section, and then you can go to Taco Bell and sneeze in the chalupas. I don't recommend it personally, but you can play cards like this. I do think these are some of the culprits of why it's not satisfying. All right, copy machines. When this enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. When you cast it, you may choose new targets for the copy. Okay. When you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Okay. Quantum Misalignment, pretty good card. Storm of Saruman. Pretty greedy card. Is pretty on balance with what we're trying to do. You got this from pre-release. 100%. You got this out of a pre-release box. Will of the Temur not good enough for us? Any of the other spells that are that are good? Irenicus's Vile Duplication, not good enough for us? This is not just Quantum Misalignment. Quantum Misalignment has fucking Rebound. Okay, so I don't like Flamehold Grappler, actually. It's okay, but I think this is... Why are people saying reiterate? But Flamehold Grappler seems to me like another instance of I'm so deep in the synergy, I'm no longer like just casting a spell that's really fucking good. Counters, okay. Combat tutorial and Alright, so you've looked at this deck so long that the word squirrel doesn't seem like a word. Doesn't seem like a word to you anymore, I think is what's happening. I'm not telling you you shouldn't label them accordingly. I'm telling you that there is damage being done. Whenever you put Cathar's Crusader and Draft Chaff in the same Scryfall tag in your deck, it deals psychic damage to your brain's ability to evaluate a magic card. When you take those, even though they have a commonality, even though they have the commonality, they do both put counters on things. I can see why you would put Combat Tutorial in this deck, because if you copy it, 3 mana draw 4, I'm feeling funky, I'm feeling fresh. But when you take those two things, it would be like me taking my smoothie straw and my pen and going, yes, these two things belong together because I can write with both of them. I've told the truth, and I am mentally unwell if I continually inflict those type of commonalities upon my own brain instead of just going like, is this a good writing implement? Yes. No. And that's how I typically advocate tagging your decks. You can see it particularly in the VV Stompy list, where I have separated I cast. Right, Elegant. I'm not recommending changing function. I'm recommending your tagging system needs to begin respecting, is this a actually good card, or is this a shitty card that I like because it does the bit? Because that's what I do in the VV Stompy deck. I have cards I have two different sections of creature. Even though they're all Stompy, I have a section that is, these are terrible shit-ass creatures that only get to be in the deck because of VV, and these are actually good creatures I'm casting. And I think that type of categorization system would help you avoid decks like this in the future. Because I think right now, hello lady, looking at everything only through the lens of, no ma'am, no ma'am, get off this space bar. Get off this space bar. You're so cute. I think right now, looking at the deck only in the context of what role does it fulfill is blinding you to what are my A pluses, what are my A minuses, what are my B pluses. Because Combat Tutorial is like super mid. Cosmic Grand Zenith, super fucking good. Yeah, this is cute enough. Okay, double spell enablers. So we have 3 of the guys that bounce back to hand. This is why. This is why we can't tag things writing implements. This is what it does to you. You begin putting fucking Pentad Prism in your deck. Okay. So we have, I think what would help you for this section, right, and this is actually, like, this is useful. If you, but there's a, hold on, let me coalesce the whole idea before I pack up my good friend Veggie. Okay, so there are 2 things at work here, or there are 2 different problems that your double spell enablers are solving, and this is again where I think your tagging not being granular enough and not having a deep enough understanding of the problem you're solving is making you trip on your own dick, because you have 2 things you have to solve to cast 2 spells a turn. You need the mana to do it, and you need the second spell in hand. I broadly believe the second problem, I promise I didn't plan that, the second problem is a much bigger hurdle than the first. If we look at Pentad Prism, Baral and Kari Zev, SRAM's expertise, and Baral's expertise, these all solve the problem of, I don't want to have to spend the mana to get this second spell out. I don't think that's actually a big issue, especially when we have cards like this, which are solving the problem of having the second card in my hand, and then it's just a 1 mana kicker on whatever thing I actually want to do. So I value these 3. I value these 3 more highly than the rest of this section combined, except for maybe Torrential Gearhulk. Double spell payoffs. Okay, I think this section is also wrong. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, so again, where we need to another position at which we need to be tagging things. What are good double spell payoffs and what are funny double spell payoffs I want to be able to play if my deck is doing well? Because we have, oh, what if I make 1 fucking 1/1 with flying? For a Steel Cutter, Standard Beater, Prowess can do it, maybe. Fucking investigate. Again, the distance between the value of a clue token in the mind's eye of a Commander player and the value of a clue token on a table in a game of Commander, further apart than heaven and hell. Further apart than heaven and hell, my man. We can't be making clues. We can't be doing all of this setup just to get a fucking Scooby snack. Hey, baby girl. Don't make me be gentle. I gotta punish this person. So we have make a bad 1/1. We have make a medium 1/1. We have make a terrible token. We have make a medium bad 1/1. This one's great. I make a growing arm. Boss, I didn't have many options for double spell payoffs that weren't just storm. Right, and I'm here with a gun to your head telling you you need 14 double spell payoffs. I promise you we're getting around to it. I promise you. Because what I can't help but notice we don't have, I have yet to see a spell that looks sick as fuck to copy. If we want to just get fully ahead of the bit, like everything has to connect back to this like double spell synergy piece. I have not found in this list any of the cards that make me go, oh yeah, when I copy that, I'm gonna fucking pog. And that's what I think is missing. And that changes depending on like who you are as a person. For me, if I were to build this list, Realm Sketching would be one of those cards for me. If I went turn 5, if I go turn 5, Fleeting Effigy, Realm Sketching on, you know, 2 other commanders at the table, I'm having a good game. Like at that point, the game is good, it has worked, I'm happy, and we need to find those spells for you. It doesn't have to be cloning for you. It can be literally anything under the sun in Jeskai. But right now, all of this deck is support, and none of this deck is like, here is the little treat for Elec Man that when I cast it, I dub the deck a success. Because we have, hey, Responsible gives you mana back, can be used to double spell something, but like everything in the deck is, how do I build up for this second spell that is the only one I can think of is Jeskai Revelation.
Oh, sweet baby, no. Oh, I got you. I got you. You fell. It's okay.
Okay, a lot of card touchery, making... I like that we're making it targeted. But let's go back to this payoffs themselves. So...
Oh, they're in my lap. Oh, I love you too, baby.
All right. Ones I think are insufficient. I would say Clarion Spirit, Malcolm the Eyes, Station Monitor, Lavinia, Wingblade, Alphanod, yeah. Jory's only surviving because she's doing it at 3 mana rather than 4 mana. But the ones I would say are definitely good enough.
Hi, baby.
Spellbreaker, I'll kill you with a hammer, bro. No. No, we're not. We're not investigating. I don't fucking care it reads draw a card. We're not fucking investigating. As a matter of principle, the ones that are definitely good enough. Aligned Heart, you will get a growing board of overrun effects. Cosmogran Zenith, you will either get a ton of counters or you will get a big wide board of ton of tokens or a big board of +1/+1 counters. Even when Alphanod has the other partner to make my double spelling cheaper, if you have Alisei Levelure, then you just have another cut to make. I got to play with these two in the Y'shtola Precon, and I've messed around with them in other decks, and they're really just like... It just hurts playing them as setup pieces. And right now, you again want to be, if the defense of a card is it synergizes this well with this other card that is not my commander, I would err on the side of cutting it right now. Because right now we are buried under 8 miles of Alfredo sauce, and we got to come up for air. And so to come up for air, we have to find the big, meaty, silly shits. Let's see. Wow, that's adorable. Wow, that is some cutesy shit. I would also probably kill Uthros Psionicist. I just don't find... How many of these... Let me look at Fleeting Effigy. How many of these exist at 1 mana? Blue, white, red, yeah. Okay, so we have white main lion. This is on block. This is 2 mana to do it. Also doesn't have flash, which is kind of This is on dragon. You control enters. It's 2 mana to do it, which is really, again, quite bad. There's Mark of Fury. Escape Artist needs 3 mana to do it, which is ooh. Gossamer Chains is 2, but actually has like a use case if we're getting the shit beaten out of us. 3 mana.
No, ma'am.
Okay, Imaginary Pet's also at 2. Oh, this card's actually crazy juicy. Hold on.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you.
So this is a soft removal because I can enchant your creature, and then on my upkeep, I will bounce your creature to hand, and I will get my aura back. That's pretty hot. Okay, so the world that I would like to present to you, Elikman, is I think it is extremely possible for there to be a version of this deck in which you can almost always mulligan into, or definitely always draw into, a 1 or 2 mana spell that will handle first spell cast for the turn. Atlas was taken. The queue today is full, but we are doing a free roast stream tomorrow. Alternatively, you can also pay $500 on the spot, which began as a joke price, but people paid it, to get me to roast your deck immediately.
He's a sweet baby kitty.
And so I think a lot of the things that are trying to get you around the mana problem are not really worth it unless they're also getting you deck access, like Long Range Sensor. I think that's pretty good. I think like Baral and Kari Zev, I think Baral and Kari Zev, Saram's expertise, Baral's expertise, all kind of wasted. And could just be, can we get treasure production on spells so we can blow people the fuck up with copied X spells? I think that's a whole different deck. Elikman, if that sounds enticing to you, then Jeskai Crackle with Power Dot deck is totally doable. But if we just start going for treasure generation, then that's just going to be like, it's like, what if instead of being buried under 8 miles of Alfredo sauce, it was 8 miles of marinara sauce? And all you fucking deep dish pizza lovers are like, yeah! But that's not what we're trying to achieve. Mark of eviction. Yes, evict this man. Be a bad landlord. Today. Never accuse me of liking deep dish again. You were the one yelling for it, brother. And then, do you have any, Elikman, do you have any spells in this deck where you were like, if I copied this with my commander, I would view the game as a success? Noon tomorrow, Atlas. Not sure, TBH. Great, to the Scryfall Mines, because that's what we have to find. Like, we want there to be a setup where you have like a Mark of Eviction in hand and then a thing you love. I think it just has to say target. No, the Gearhulk trick is fine, Alec, man. I just think the Gearhulk trick is garnish, not main course. The Gearhulk trick is like a little bit of chives on top of whatever thing we make. It's like, it's a little bit of like fresh ground pepper. Like, it just, we can't look directly at it because we have to look directly at something else. All right, so target, Jeskai. I'll say like greater than or equal to 4. We probably want it to be something meaty. Okay, we needed to not say enters. It has to target on the stack. Let's just look at instance. Okay, Mystic Confluence would fuck somebody up, but it's not exactly the most creative thing in the world. Same goes for Sublime Epiphany. You could Beacon of Immortality and quadruple your life total. This is for each opponent. For each player. There's Reenact the Crime, which is very, very bad. There's Clone Legion. If we're gonna do Clone Legion, that will be hard. That will require us putting rituals in the deck, and then we have to like assemble. Then we have to find the ritual and find the payoff spell, because we don't have a ritual double spelling into a 9 mana spell. Yeah, Alec, how do you want to win the game? Because right now you've built an extremely reliable train to nowhere. You've built one of those You've built one of those mini carousels they have at malls that don't actually move, right? That they look like the unicorns that children go on for fun, but they just stand there. Oh, look, beautiful, perfect, joy. We have our good boy. I'm going to exile cycle that because I hate him. I'm going to exile cycle her because I hate him. Oh, look, 2 lands. We've done it. So draw for turn. Tap land. Pass. Command tower. Rock. Land. Excellent. I have fucking nothing to do because I have setup piece, setup piece, setup piece, and I have no spells that I think are fun. I mean, I would like kicked Rite of Replication. I liked the idea and play pattern double spelling encouraged, so I wanted to build around it and for it to be good. Ah, so we have no dreams. I asked, bro, why did you want the house and the white picket fence? And you were like, I just really like the idea of painting a picket fence. Is that not a dream? It is a... The problem is it's an unbound one. You have dreamed of a journey and not a destination. And not all who wander are lost, but if you're dreaming about a journey with no destination, you're definitely fucking lost. You're definitely Forrest Gumping it. And so even if it is not the main goal of the deck, we have to at least pick some North Star. We have to pick something we are trying to effectuate. And then we can value the journey before the destination in our hearts. But if we just go like, you know what, right now, just go, I'm just gonna journey. Walk outside your house. I'm just gonna fucking journey. Just keep going. See how long the joy in your heart lasts. And so if we want this to be really satisfying, we've got to find your version of realm sketching. Your thing of like, oh wow, you have such good stuff. What if I took it twice? Yummy, yummy. Or if we want to do what Spellbreaker is suggesting, if you want to do the thing of, oh, I just want Flurry to be good, the other thing you have to do is you do have to sharpen it up to the actually good Flurry, the actual good Flurry cards. Because if your deck was like mid-range card draw, interaction, removal, and you just stalled the board until you could draw into Aligned Heart or Cosmogrand Zenith while having like Tygam on the field, yeah, for sure that works. The reason it doesn't work right now is because you're using cards that people wouldn't put in a draft deck to try to make the strategy good in Commander. And so you could even maybe do it with Corey Steele, depending on how like efficient you were with your mana and how good you were at drawing cards. Because prowess tokens have a lot of pop off potential. But going like, oh yeah, I get a normal bird. The only thing that makes Wingblade Disciple any good is having Cosmogrand Zenith on the field to put 1/1 counters on all your birds. And if you want that, okay, well fine, I do want Cosmogrand Zenith to be the hero. I do want Aligned Heart to be the hero. And then Chico and Narset are just kind of doing stuff on the way to that. I'm sorry to say, you have to become the most annoying person ever, and your double spell is Swords to Plowshares. You are like you are doing you have to become the most hateful removal player in existence, and on other people's turns you are constantly doing either card draw into removal if you need 2 pieces of removal, or you are doing removal into card draw so that you can draw extra cards and refill your hand to pass on the next loop. If you don't want to be that, then we have to find realm sketching. You can do theft, right? We get to copy 2 briberies for 6 mana. That's a deal I'd take. Or there's the treasure angle of Crackle with Power, which we've already talked about as well. Cecil Alucard, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. But we have to pick our poison. Right now we have picked nothing, and we have said, I think poison's a little bit mean, and I don't want to do that to anybody. And so we've ended up with a like almost bracket 1 deck. I'm sure that it's actually bracket 2. Spellbreaker, they had Electro Dominance in a previous copy, in a previous instance of this deck. I'm sure they know what it is. I do have one alternate idea. Shiko and Narset can copy blink spells. Is that a workable direction? You could do it. I'm not positive that I can legally recommend it because it would be a worse version of many other Jeskai decks. But let's talk about the difficulties that would exist within there. Because you need blink spells, obviously. So if we're going to make Ephemerate work, we need Shiko and Narset out. We need a thing that we have cast first. And then we need 2 different creatures to blink. And we need those 2 creatures we blink to each provide enough value that it doesn't feel like we wasted our time to blink them. That's already 4 cards. And then we got to try to make like a card draw and interaction section that works on top of that. Yeah, I don't think nobody thought they reset Shiko and Narset's ability. Chat room, please. I love you all. Please stop fighting ghosts that are not here. There's no argument on the table right now that, oh my god, we can keep resetting Shiko and Narset. But there is the problem of if we only have 1 blink target, it's going to fizzle. Or if one of those blink targets, like one of them can be Shiko and Narset if we just need 2 targets, but at that point we're playing a normal blink deck and we've gotten 0 value out of whatever our second blink target is. So I think that one's even harder to make work than the current iteration of the deck. I think the tunnel you are staring down right now, Elikman, is the version of the deck you've currently built mandates cutting almost all of the weaker payoffs for more cheap interaction and more cheap draw, and then trying to win with like Aligned Heart, Cosmogran Zenith. At that point, I would recommend going to bracket 3. I would recommend putting in at least some sort of like light tutor package for these creatures and for this enchantment, because they're the only things that are going to win you the game. One of my favorite plays is the Gearhulk trick, but that's not something I should build the whole deck around. I had earlier versions built around flash enablers and playing on other people's turns, but that still had the issue of I can't find my pieces. Yeah, I think really you need more things like the Gearhulk trick. You have way too many things in this deck that are just amorphous play patterns rather than interactions that you actually enjoy. And if you just enjoy the play pattern, then yeah, you gotta descend into mid-range hell. I think this is actually Squirrel from Ice Age type beat. I think you saw every card in the world that had Flurry on it, and you were like, ooh, yeah, how could I make that good? And the answer is no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And so there are really infinite roads in front of you. One of the road, one of the roads is picking up swords to plowshares, and no, 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 there's more than enough support for it, just not in a way that doesn't mandate being a removal spammer. Like, because the play pattern you want of two spell is you are talking about a mid range strategy, and mid range still necessitates that you out interact your opponents. Like, you cannot mid range solitaire, which is what this deck is currently built to do. This deck is currently built to do, like, what if I did a kind of mid rangey plan that wasn't really rude and didn't really stop my opponents that often? Because we're running a bunch of very, very low power payoffs. And what's our removal like? Yeah, we've got some, but this is not enough to make a mid-range deck. And so if we want to play to the archetype, you have to commit harder to the archetype. If you don't want to commit harder to the archetype, because committing harder to the archetype makes you a bad, shitty person, then you have to pick more individual spells that you love getting to copy. And because Shiko and Narset will work with anything that targets, there are just too many things for us to go over right now. You could do curses, you could do cloning, you could do theft, you could do big flashy removal. You cannot do blink, but you do need to go into Scryfall or go into your collection. No, I'm not checking Ethereum Horde Sorcerer, dog. It's a Alec, man. If you didn't know, Cascade, two spells. If you do, uh, 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 ooh. I don't know if you, I don't know. You may not have known this. You may, breaking news. Breaking news. You may not know. Ooh. Two spells. I don't mind the idea of clones. I just want to find a creature that I'd play in the 99 that I actually want to clone. I mean, I think your answer would usually be like Cosmic Grand Zenith, but yeah, you could look for more because a lot of these boys are legendary. Uh, if you cloned Clarion Spirit or Wingblade Disciple, these get a lot less jokestery. Like if you had like 2 to 4 of these on the field, then Flurry is much, much better. Also, not considering Cascade Discover is 100% the right option when it comes to this deck because Cascade Discover is, ooh, what if I didn't get to fucking pick my second spell? What if in a Jeskai deck that was filled with interaction, I didn't get to fucking choose what I was gonna copy? It's now we are 8 miles under the Alfredo sauce. We are moving on. Elikman, you must choose the thing you want to do. You must choose your heroes. You're like 5 to 10. These are the cards that are movers and shakers and make me happy. All right, Spellbreaker, you're banned. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to go to the manual ad break. And after that, we are going to look at Cecil Alucard's deck. Elikman, thank you very much for submitting, and I hope this was in some way helpful. Ophelia Amazing, thank you very much for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. Da, 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 da. The Conductor Cat on YouTube has asked, any more plans to play more Magic with the Commander at Home crew? I don't think I've played Magic with the Commander at Home crew once, but I can confirm I have no plans to play Magic with the Commander at Home crew, primarily because I don't live in LA. It sucks, but that is the true facts about every collab, basically every collab that has ever happened.
Oh, hi, baby. Hi, baby kitty.
Like, if you live close by, guess what? You're going to work with a person. If you don't live close by, guess what? Probably not going to happen. It would suck more if you did live in LA. Have you seen the cost of living for California? Yeah, LA would be rough. We're not moving to LA.
Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl.
Cali sucks from literally everything I've heard. That's not true. California is expensive and is much better than a lot of places. It turns out.
Oh, hi, baby.
I think the problem is California sucks doo-doo balls if you are not rich. That's the issue. And right now, California, the metropolitan areas of California have quite a big concentration of super fucking rich people. And then it also has an underclass of poorer people that are meant to work at all the establishments that like provide coffee and food to the super rich people. Cali's expensive because people want to live there. You know what's cheap? Oklahoma. Yup. Yup.
Oh, thank you for biting me. That's so kind of you. Yeah, good girl.
Okay, but have you tried talking to Scotty to have him beam you there with the transporter? Because nothing has ever gone wrong from people traveling via transporter, and I don't just want to try and clone you for more content. If I could clone me for more content, as long as I murdered the other me with my bare hands at the end of every day, that would be so good. That would be so good and awesome. Are you kidding me? If I could have a second Maulhound running around just to do extra commander roast, come on, I'd kill him with a mallet. 5 p.m. on the dot. You're free. Hell yeah, graduated dumbass. I will be rooting for you. What is this, the prestige? It could be. It could be if we all band together, if we all work really, really hard. You don't want to go the prestige route with the water tank? Water tank seems so mean. The water tank, the water tank really seems like that's crazy unnecessary, and that's Hugh Jackman's problem. That's not my problem.
Hi, baby.
Starry-eyed Nightwing, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. For my next roast, do you want the attempt at Esper Group Hug Life Mill, the revamped version of Abzan modified creatures, or Boros life-linked kill spells? Oh, wow. Give me the Esper one. Give me the Esper one. Sticky Dice, this is not pre-recorded. There are just 3 streams going at once, so my screen looks pretty fucking crazy, and I also have a cat in my lap, and so I'm a little bit distracted. Also, you can have a ton of molds, one for each platform. Ignore the chains holding me to this desk. No, Starry, definitely not. Hugh Jackman only had to kill his clone because he knew they'd be thinking about killing him. If you don't mind two of you, you'd find I'd be thinking about killing me. All right, come on. Let's be real. I'd be thinking about killing me.
Who's your widow? Who's your baby? Who's your baby?
Out of hate or out of curiosity? Hate. I think I'd be more worried about my clone killing himself first. God. I need to get up and pee, but this cat is in my lap right now, so I cannot fucking move. If I was my clone and I was not the version of me dating my GF, I'd consider killing my creator too. Exactly. Exactly, dude. I'm gonna make a clone. It's immediately making the eyes at Z, and I'm putting a bullet through his brain. No chance. Nico of 309, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the 5th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Alright, I guess we're gonna... You couldn't share with yourself? No. What? Absolutely not. Have you seen Mickey 19? It's not a good situation.
Hi, baby girl. Why are we biting? I know.
Would Z like having two of you? I doubt it. They are run ragged by the one of me. They are viscerally annoyed at every moment of the day. What if you made a clone with less hair to make you look better by comparison? Now we're thinking. Now we're thinking. I just make a series of clones. What I would do actually is I would make a series of clones with better hair to test out what I'm going to get for the hair transplant, and then I'm just going to kill them instantly. Instantly. I did think about making a stupid meme deck about trying to clone Niv Mizzet and get 10 of them on the battlefield. I have that deck. It's fun. Is there an easy way to put stuff into Moxfield? If whatever deck builder you're on has a export feature, Moxfield has an import feature. So, oh, I have to. If you go into more, there will be an import feature, and then if you have a list of cards, you can just copy paste them in. Make your clone have slightly farther apart eyes than you. Then my clone will kill himself. Why are you doing that, Mr. Rogers? Alright, we're eating this Uncrustable here, and then, Cecil, we're breaking your deck roast open.
This isn't for you, babies. This is for me. This is just for me. Who's your baby?
The difference in how Mauled interacts with Kibby and how Spiff interacts with Loaf is like fucking night and day. Who the fuck is Spiff and Loaf?
Who's your sweet baby?
See, I think the difference between me and other cat owners is I'm a good cat owner. My kitties are my princesses, and they're allowed to do whatever they want.
They're allowed to do whatever they want, and they've never done anything wrong, have they? No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Because you're so sweet. You're so sweet and precious. Yeah.
You have had those cats for 5 days tops? Exactly. Exactly. No, they're. Oh no, you're responding to something else. Okay. TY for the mukbang. Handsome. Excellent. That's as good a moving on point as any. Cecil, your deck was submitted as a Google form and not as a deck list, so I don't actually have it. Please post it in chat. Hence. Please post it in chat presently. Thank you. Big plays with T and K. This looks to accelerate your opponents to do big plays, and then you clone/copy them to benefit from the cheaper cost. Okay, I can get behind that. 41 lands responsible. We're playing the extremely heterosexual men. It is not the gays. It is the straights. It is the extreme straights. His hand is not on his ass. I swear to you. So on end step draw card, each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield, and each opponent who didn't draws a card. So we are just fluffing the table nonstop. Fun for the whole pod. Fun may not actually be fun. This is heat. Yeah, sure. That's great. Fuck you. I don't even want to read this. Okay, Simon Says ass card. Nobody read this. This is the fucking Simon Says guy. It's the Simon Says undercut. I love you again. Coveted jewel. Beautiful. I hate you again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I also like conceding the game for 6 mana. Gotta go fast. This is the most lackluster ramp section I have ever fucking seen in a green deck in my life. What the fuck are you talking about? Gotta go fast. This is obviously not impossible. You only have a 4 mana commander. What is this? You look at the top 5. Get a land tapped. Holy shit. Oh, this is like a 50-year-old man's Pilates warm-up. Gotta go fat. Wood elves. Wood elves. It's methed up snails in here. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'm cool. I can hang. I'm cool. I'm fine. Let me do the thing too. Okay, so this should be the meat section. You have Doppelgang. Dope. Return the favor. Beautiful. Twin cast. Okay, it's for I don't. Oh, it's only putting lands in. Okay. Instants and sorceries, I really, in casual, typically find that anytime you tunnel what an effect can hit, you almost always have a terrible fucking time. So I do question that one, but whatever. I also question this one for the same reason. So this is hitting triggered abilities from. Oh no, it's just opponent's ETBs. If an opponent plays something with an ETB, I get to copy it. And if you do literally anything else, I spent 3 mana on a freaky fish baby. Please look at him. Please look at him right now. Reiterate, also instants and sorceries. Tempt with Mayhem is cute. That's funny. I can get with that. Yeah, Court of Vantress is great. Ensnared by the Mara is awesome. Make a token copy, but I can spend Gruul to make it fight something. Okay, that's hot. Rite of Replication's perfect. Plarg Nasari is also excellent. Wandering Archaic I like because it's hitting every instant and sorcery. This one you can just kind of set on the field and fucking forget about it.
Oh, another cat has climbed into my lap. Hello, baby. Hello.
Not today, Satan. Good God. These are great. Spider-Man pointing meme. Okay, so these are more of our creature copies. Value, value, value. Oh, Delney. Oh, God. I'm gonna look at the cats cleaning each other on my lap instead of this fuck ass value card. I swear, man. And then we have Thassa Deep, so we're gonna flicker something. Is what the fuck? And then when we play our commander or any of our other little weasels, we also get more end steps. So more end steps I get. What fucking ETB are we playing for? Tataru Taru? Oh no, sorry. This is why Elvish Rejuvenator is good. My fault. My fault. My fault. This is the Wood Elves package. What a fool I am. What a fucking fool I am. This is the secret Wood Elves tech. You absolute child. Alright, Mind's Dilation's great. What the gall to tag your removal section, what problem when you only have 8 of them, one of which hits a fucking non-basic land only. That's truly something. You have like 3 actual problem removers. Whoops, too much value reset. Okay, sure. Sus MDFC land value, typical. Bounce lands, excellent. Okay. So my favorite card in this deck, unsurprisingly, is Rite of Replication. I also like Mythos of Eluna quite a lot. What I take the most issue with is how few ways we have to really break parity on the stealing. Any type of group hug deck that doesn't intend to just give away the game, which should be every group hug deck, at some moment we have to go for a judo flip, and you're giving more of like a judo reach around. So ones that are going to help us, Doppelgang. Sure. Everybody has played a bunch of problematic stuff. I'm going to get stuff from everyone's board. I don't believe very much in Twincast, Reiterate, Aboleth Spawn, Tempt with Mayhem. Or really these like one-off ETB clones. Let's think about this. I feel like we should have the mana to be doing this, right? Where's this at? The clones get reset by Thassa? I'm sorry, do you think that's a defense? Oh no. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, hold on. Oh, they're clones, but I can target something else later? What if you just stole something good the first time? No, it's funny. I like it. It is also truly petulant that you're just doing cloning and not any stealing, but I'm presuming that's part of your bit. Okay, so what do? We play a tap land. We play a tap land. But we ramp. We shock in. We begin breeding. And we get Kainos out. You draw a card. We get a land out tapped. Next turn. We can't Coveted Jewel. There's going to be nothing worth Phyrexian Metamorphing. We probably have to Recruiter of the Guard, and like the best target in our deck is definitely fucking Wood Elves, so we're getting that. Oh, we can't play it because we can't quite double spell it. So we'll go to our end step, draw a card. Oh, look at that. We don't get a fucking land. We don't get a land out. I am dropping this goddamn creature clone. I can play Wood Elves now, thanks to my tutor chain. I'm just getting a basic forest. We get this out. We can't do Druid of Purification. I could have done Wandering Archaic instead of Wood Elves. Wow. Okay, that hurts me so much that I'm going to switch it over to the thing you actually would have tutored for, which would have been Delny. So we instead pass to our end step. We double trigger K and T. I dropped fucking hell.
Oh. Oh, the pain. Okay, it's working.
It's fine. It's working. It's happening. It's coming together somehow. If I merely tutor again or clone something again, surely it'll all come together. All right, we get another land. Now we tutor for Wood Elves, I think. But we get to double tutor, right? Because we play this. Oh, a kitty's falling.
I got you, kitty.
Coveted Jewel better? That's true. Coveted Jewel is better. We get to draw 3. And we have 4 mana we can spend on something. So we can creature copy something. We can... Don't lick the mouse, baby. Look at their crimes. So we have a creature copier. We have Ensnared by the Mara. I guess we can Coveted Jewel into Imperial Recruiter, and then we get more stuff into our hand. So I'm just not feeling it, you know? I'm just not... Like, you're doing a little something here, but I feel like we're doing... You promised me Richard Simmons, and I feel like I'm seeing YMCA Pilates class. It's... And I do think the main thing that I dislike is the Spider-Man pointing meme feels lackluster for how out of control group hug games tend to get. No, I can appreciate our vision. I just see it clearly. It's 6 turns. It's plus 6 turns to hope that my opponent does something good, and then hope that me getting just 1 token copy of it is good enough to be effectual. And I oftentimes don't find that to be the case. I am typically seeing it happen with theft. But if you think about it with theft, when you rob somebody, you are taking a special baby boy or girl from their deck that synergizes with everything their deck is doing. And on your board, it is a 6/6. And that's it. And this deck is doing the same thing, but it's not even stealing. It is like, wow, what an insane and good and crazy synergy creature you have. What if I also had that with none of the synergy? I'll take a 5/5, hold the synergy, hold the bonus. And so the ones that don't do that are Rite of Replication, Plarga Nasari, Court of Vantris, and a little bit Mythos of Aluna, but definitely Doppelgang. Like the ones where we can break parity on this being a like, ooh, what if I get one of your one thing? Man, I sure do love just seeing what other people's decks do while I sit there with it and do nothing. Exactly, and I think that... So I like the deck's dream. I think the dream of I give my opponents resources, they do something hilarious. They do something hilarious with it. and then I do something even more hilariouser with it, I think that is a very valid dream and can be very, very funny. I do think we need to focus in on what actually lets me go over the top with what my opponents did and what just lets me go like not even band for band. What lets me go half band for band with what my opponents do, because that's like twin cast, reiterate, tempt with mayhem. I have everybody tries to tell me about this fucking fish, and I never believe in this fucking fish. Yeah, let me look at considering. I like a Tolly. Expiration is actually downright playable. I don't think we care about Court of Ardenvale. Mandate of Peace is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Sunken Palace, actually crazy fucking card. You are in 4 colors, so maybe you specifically can't afford it. I do like Tempt with Bunnies. So let's think about how we can save this. If we're cloning our opponent's stuff, let's get stupid. Let's get stupid and silly with it. And you wanted to do, you know what? You're the one who brought up the Spider-Man pointing meme. I think you do the Spider-Man pointing meme. I think what you could genuinely use more of is the like ramp on 1, ramp on 3. I don't know why in God's name we're playing Wood Elves when we could be playing like just Cultivate, and I'm gonna stop you because I know your answer is, oh, I'm playing Wood Elves because I can clone Wood Elves, and that's when a big bucket of goo falls from the ceiling and Nick Cannon comes out and says, you've been slimed. And then he forces you to pay child support for his like 15 children. What? No. I'm coming in a little late. Is there enough copy, instance, and sorcery spells to justify my precious arcane bombardment? No, there never is. Wood Elves is there to synergize with Delny, Y'shtola, and Thassa. So an even worse answer. Hi, baby kitty. What's going on? My shitty 3-mana ramp spell is in here to synergize with 3 other cards in my entire deck. Hello. Hi, what are we doing? Yeah. You're a little baby? You're a big dumb baby? Yeah, you are. I have to deal with Cecil. He's my fiance, and these are primarily my cards. Listen. You pulled some okay cards, and then your loved one put them in the wrongest order I have seen in my fucking life. What do we have against Cultivate? We have to cross that bridge first. Because Cultivate has exactly as many synergy targets as your beloved Wood Elves do. You have Twin Cast, you have Reiterate, you have Tempt with Mayhem, you have Return the Favor. You could be copying Cultivates. You could be getting your money up instead of just your funny up. Because I really want us in a deck like Wood Elves gives me a blocker. This is an entire deck about cloning and taking the creatures of your opponents. What do you mean? Wait. No. What do you fucking mean? What do you mean? You have a 2/8 in a deck that is built around cloning your opponent's best thing. How is your blocking situation not lined up? How is it not day 1? How is it not day 1 lined up? It's okay. That can't be. You've told something in this story has to be a lie. Like, yes, it gives you a blocker. So does Birds of Paradise. So does Delighted Halfling. So does you casting Rite of Replication. Like, you want a blocker? Here. Clone something relevant. You get a 1/1 every turn. You've done it. But, like, this is what we need. Because the ones I like the most are... I like Progenitor Mimic quite a lot. I like... the disturb cost of Ghastly Mimicry quite a lot. I like Rite of Replication, as we've talked about. I like Plug and Asari. I like the things that are going to be like, okay, wow, we're all getting this crazy value, and pay no attention to the man getting it twice. Like, I think that's the angle we want to go for if we want this deck to put together any wins, and the things that are like, ooh, what if I, on a one-off basis, just kind of sniped you a little bit. Ooh. You have all the colors for mass producing cheap blockers and you need Wood Elves. I don't even... We have a 2/8 commander that we can play on like turn 3. Oh my god, we could be on Springheart Nantuko. Yeah. Ooh. Wouldn't that be fucking yummy? Wouldn't that be amazing? I clone your best guy, and then every end step, I pay 2 mana and I make an extra one. Oh, and guess what? Ooh, guess what? This synergizes with Delny, you precious little bitch. You precious little piece of shit. I have to upgrade him from Farhaven to Wood Elves. What's happening? I focused on things that cloned anything. These things only work on my stuff. Exactly, but here's... Let me tell you a crazy story about how the rules of Magic the Gathering work, Cecil. If you clone somebody else's anything, it is now your stuff. Guess what? Your stuff now. Legally, that's how it works. That clone you made, that's a your thing. And you might be like, oh, but how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that I'm going to have a clone to cast? Because your deck is fucking filled with them, my man. Your deck is fucking filled with them. It is okay to have a little bit of an A plus B plan going on. We don't have many basics, no. We only have we have 6. So we have enough that we're not going to get caught lacking by one person doing like Ghost Quarter or whatever. Yeah, we should probably have this thing in here yesterday. This is another example of very, very good. It is a clone spell, so it's going to piggyback off of our opponents doing stuff, but it is going to do more than our opponents got to do. If we only ever seek to copycat what our opponents have done, we're always going to be in a position to lose the game unless they are particularly gracious towards us. And I never want us to be in that position. I want us to be in a position where we're playing fair Magic. Our opponents cannot accuse us of cheating at the game because they have provided the wood for our fires that we have now lit under their ballsack. But we don't want to be like, oh, I have to wait for you to play something good, then I can play something a little bit worse. We want it to be, I have to wait for you to play something good so that I can then play something better. Benthic Anomaly, if all of my opponents have played something good, I now get to play something great. Rite of Replication, same thing. My opponents have played something good. I get to play 5 good things. Progenitor Mimic, you've played something good. I get to play something good every single upkeep. That's where we want to be. We don't want to be on, oh wow, check me out. Ooh wow, check me out. For 3 mana and 2 life, I have 1 of the thing you have. Like that works better the higher power, like that works better the more powerful your table is. But as your fiance has admitted that they play Altar of the Brood on purpose, I know we are not dealing with high power. And so what you are going to benefit from a lot is, I think, dropping some of these, I get to make 1 clone once with no sauce, or I get to make a clone with sauce, or I get to make multiple clones. Oh, Altar of the Brood is for the Wise Mothman? Yeah, the point stands. So, like, Mocking Doppelganger, a one-off clone, has sauce. I get to goad whatever cool thing I'm copying. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces has potential sauce. I'm breaking the legend rule. I've cloned your thing, and now all of my other clones can stack on top of it if you have a powerful commander. Progenitor Mimic, I've cloned your thing. I now get to do it every single upkeep. Mirror Maid, I'm just around. Hi, Sasha. What if you played Altar of the Brood? What if I had Altar of the Brood for 3 mana? Oh, the world we could live in. Right, clone Smothering Tithe. That requires Smothering Tithe to be on the fucking field. Tarzard, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Could you add a Nyxbloom Ancient and clone it, or reshape the earth, or map the waste, or something? We're not doing X spells, so I don't really think we need... I think Nyxbloom Ancient's more of a you thing, buddy. Oh, I love an Elminster Simulacrum. Yeah. Absolutely, yes. This shit immediately. Like, if we are going to fluff the whole table, we better get 3 loads worth of shit. Like, that's the rule. When we're looking for cards for this deck, if we're fluffing the entire table, we need 3 loads, not 1. And so whether you are getting your extra load by cloning their entire board instead of just 1 board, whether you are getting your extra load from making an amalgam of everyone else's board, whether you are we actually can't play this, because to play this you have to keep all of the absolutely insane non-token cloners, so I'm going to recommend you cut that. But we should be more breaded than everybody else at the table. If we're more breaded than everybody else at the table, what we want to be doing is I play my commander, and then after I play my commander, I play some shit-ass crazy 6 mana value spell. That's peak for you. Peak for you is turn 1, I ramp. Turn 2, I ramp or I play a setup piece. Turn 3, I play my commander. Turn 4, I play a ridiculous 6 mana value spell. Whether I'm playing Plarg and Nasari and I save a mana, whether I am getting extra lucky and I play Gruul Atali, whether I'm playing Extravagant Replication and I'm just copying one of my dorks, like, we should be doing something big and dumb. And I feel like right now, the tempo of this deck is turn 1, I play a tap land. Turn 2, I play a tap land. Sometimes I ramp. Turn 3, I play a tap land. Turn 4, I play my commander. I put a tap land into play. Turn 5, I pass with 6 open mana, and I hope to God that one of you plays a very, very valuable instant or sorcery, the whole time cackling about how funny it's going to be when I also get a copy of that instant or sorcery. I've been a bad boy. That's where you're at right now. And then a really late game, we have sauce. Because once we get to 9 mana, or once we draw into one of these repeatable theft engines, then we are cooking. And I would just love to see, this level of Plarg and Replicate cookery happening off rip. Also to that end, check this shit out, Buster. Um, I would recommend proxying this. This is only in the Final Fantasy Holiday Bundle, and so its pricing is crazy inflated. But this lets you copy any permanent. You can copy it with all of your silly Billy instant and sorcery copiers, and you get it twice because it has flashback, and you can use it as a like pseudo protection spell because it has flash if it's targeting something you control. And so if somebody tries to like blow up your commander, I don't know why they would. If somebody tries to blow up like a good clone you've taken, bam, instant speed. I get another clone of it, and then the thing dies, and then I'm yeah, or no, well, or ramp if you're seriously hurting. That's true. It can hit a land. Yeah, you could like copy a bounce land, da 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 da. But I think the reason your ramp is seriously hurting right now is because your ramp section looks like it was put together by a blind contractor. Like you've got a lot of the right pieces in the greater context of this deck, the concentration and value of these pieces. This is like I had a drunk 80-year-old with glaucoma put together a deck for me. You could descent into Avernus, but I don't think you have to. I am a big not believer in most of these 2-mana options. Because Paradise and Bugenhagen you have picked for fixing. If we're going to be picking stuff for fixing, I would rather you just cast Cultivate and get two cards out of it. Rejuvenator and Wood Elf, I don't know what the fuck you're on, bro. These were like 11 p.m. ads. You had to be deep in the sauce. You had to have finished that whole 6-pack and half the can of Pringles, and you were like, oh my god, but I have Thassa's. It's also a flyer to get back Monarch/Coveted. You have to hold on. I don't know if this is I'm about to say something untrue because you've upset me. Eight. No, ma'am. So I just want to make sure we're aligned. You're 0-2. Your 0-2 is here to take back Monarch. It can take back Coveted Jewel. But your creature that is unable to deal combat damage is in this deck to regain the Monarchy for you. Call me a geologist on an airplane because I don't know where the rocks are and it's making me uncomfortable. Well, you don't need rocks, but like for sure.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we're crawling all over me now. Hi, sweeties. Hi, sweeties.
2 cats in my lap, you guys. The only thing keeping me sane in the face of these decks. Okay. Let's power through the pain. You gotta cut fucking Rejuvenator and Wood Elves. I'm sorry, man. There's no way around it. There's literally no way around it. I can't let you fucking keep these just because you have goddamn Thassa Deep Dwelling in this deck. Like you would be better off. You know what would be higher value than Wood Elves in this deck? This shit. Curse of the Undercut. Curse of the Undercut is doing more work than goddamn Elvish Rejuvenator. So I think those two specifically becoming Cultivate Kodama's Reach would not be terrible. I mean, I understand the value of Terramancer because once we start having other people, like Terramancer is another one of these. I'm boofing the whole table. I'm gonna get my whole load. So these die. I don't believe in all of these. I really don't. I think you have to. God, value is so fucking. It hurts, man, sometimes to look at a collection of cards of such wildly disparate value and be like, yeah! Oh, sorry, kitties. Sorry, kittens. Look at what you've done, Cecil. You've upset the cats. You've upset the cats by upsetting me. And these guys are good. Oh, wow. Oh, hey, but, you know, the thought of paying 5 mana to get Reiterate back from the graveyard, that's pretty potent. I think you are similarly in another Elikman situation where everything provides some level of value. Everything in this corporation has a job. We do not have enough spells that are just like big overhand dunks that shatter the backboard. And they don't have to shatter the backboard in the sense of winning the game, but they do have to shatter the backboard in the sense of like, if we want the Magic game to be exciting and to be funny and to be engaging, I do think we should be looking for opportunities to do more than just say, oh yeah, you know what, I take their turn. All gas, no win con? Not quite. This is more all tires. This is all tires, moderate brakes, a little bit of diesel. And it's okay to not have a strict win con in the deck. Like if you say to me, this is my group hug deck, I'm going to help you all play big creatures, and then I'm going to clone my own Benthic Anomaly like 3 times and make a horrendous amalgam of all of these creatures. Having 10 Coveted Jewels was pretty funny. That does sound pretty funny. You know how... Oh, cast a spell. Whatever. I don't know, dog. Then clone the amalgam. You can do that. You can cast Benthic Anomaly, get your first Frankenstein's monster, and then just clone the Frankenstein over and over. It all works. If you just don't pay close attention to my word and pay attention to my intent, which is the grace I afford to all of you many, many times, it does all come together. But if your goal is, I'm going to go like big overhand swing spells, a win condition will present itself. We do not have to be like, I am going to count. Yes, if I clone my fiance's Altar of the Brood for no fucking reason, and then if I clone another Altar of the Brood, and then if I flicker Wood Elves, and then I probably need to clone an Elvish Rejuvenator so that I can get, yes, and then I can get a tap land out from the top 5 of my library, and then I can play Vesuva, and then all of that, yes, and then I can concede, and then the game will be... You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. We can just go... Great, Doppelgang, take your best thing. On my upkeep, Extravagant Replication, continue taking this man's best thing. It milled out the other players 64 times with Doppelgang. Right, let's... I'm gonna piss, dude. Can you... I feel like I'm speaking to Count Dooku. I'm trying to do that like Patrick Star meme with Count Dooku. This shit right here. Obviously, I'm making fun of Altar of the Brood. Can you see how the beneficial situation we created with Altar of the Brood came about because we had a fat fucking doppelgang to drop on people. Came about because we copied Altar of the Brood 5 times with Rite of Replication rather than copying it once with like Mirror Maid or some other fuck-ass spell like Mirror Maid. Professor Mosby, right now I'm primarily interacting with Twitch chat, but I will get back to all the other chats in just a moment as we finish up this deck. Like, the name of the deck is Big Plays. And I'm just staring down the barrel of so much normal shit. I'm staring down the barrel of a 41-year-old electrical engineer who tells me he works hard but plays harder because he goes to the YMCA and practices free throws for an hour every night at 8 p.m. 43, actually. God, I'm too good. I'm too good. Let me look at Hunted by the Family. Yes, instantly. Yes, immediately. This is the type of shit. This is the big stuff. And we're gonna fuck your curve tremendously when we do this. But the thing that's gonna save your curve is you're gonna take a lot of this normal shit and it's gonna become like Sky Shroud Claim. Like finally I get to kill a Planeswalker. You know who we don't need? We don't need fucking Teo. I don't know if you work in architecture and this is your self-insert. We don't need him. I know he makes a blocker. You know what makes 4 blockers? Hunted by the fucking Family. But he can clone the 0/4 walls. Let me look at Followed Footsteps. Yeah, I like this one too. They have flying clearly peak. Clearly because they have flying. They can see the peak. And the peak is you ramping into Followed Footsteps instead of fucking... What's this guy's? Phyrexian Metamorph. So that would be my recommendation. You got a good heart, brother. That's where we're putting you. I think the idea behind this deck is really solid, and I think you have a scaffolding you can work from. I think the issue here is that we have not enough ramp or not impactful enough outcomes. We have a few that are really, really good. Like I've been talking about this whole time. Like getting to Rite of Replication, getting to hold Monarchy with Court of Vantress, getting to keep a Plarg and Nasari on the field for a long period of time, getting to keep a Progenitor Mimic on the field for a long period of time. Ooh, that's good. I want more things that are going to feel like instead of Sakashima the Imposter, which we're playing for like reusability, or Vizier, which we're playing for reusability, or Clever Impersonator, which we're playing because we haven't seen good cards. I want more stuff that's going to be like, oh, I am making something that is literally more than the sum of its parts, or I am doing something that is going to give me value turn after turn after turn after turn, so that your one good play becomes my good play for the entire game. Deck reviews open for sale tomorrow, yes. George Weed, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream, my friend. You're catching me right as we're going to the manual ad break, after which we're going to do Libka's deck. So Link Dude, please, Sign of Life. We will be right back. Oh, that's also true. Alucard, this is a very funny spell. I would be remiss to not mention this is both technically a clone spell and is also kind of a removal spell, because you can choose one of your mana dorks and be like, oh wow, that is a very sick play you're tapping out for. What if it was I'll make you a deal. If you want to keep Wood Elves in your deck, you have to play this. This is the only synergy that justifies Wood Elves. Yeah. Nice, is it? Nice Mystics of the Ismagus. What if he was a fucking 1/1? All right, manual ad break. Then we're going to be back with Link Dude. Okay. I am once more watching Maultown stream and writing fanfic. So you're doing about as well as anybody who submits a deck. Personal question from Gecko Gamer. What made you get kittens? Z and I had been talking about getting cats for a long time, and then at PAX Unplugged, we stayed a few days after with two of our friends, and our friends had a lot of animals. They had dogs and they had 3 cats, and the whole time getting to hang out with those cats was very, very soothing for me. And so that was like the straw that tipped the scales where I was like, okay, we need them right now. And then we got back and immediately began looking into like adoption centers and, you know, places we could pick up cats here. But I've had a ton of animals my whole life, so this is not exactly like this is not exactly like new behavior for me. Yeah, and then I died of caffeine withdrawal. I think I missed it in your MTG set review. What's your opinion on Bender's Water Skin? Is it a playable 3-mana rock in bracket 3 and 4? I don't know about 4. In 3, definitely, if you have a lot of cheap interaction, you want to cast on other people's turns. And what I'm going to class as cheap interaction is like 1 to 2 mana. If you are persistently trying to hold up 1 to 2 mana to interact with people, then yeah, it's probably better than having a 2-mana rock because it's going to solve a ton of problems for you later in the game. Bracket 4, there probably are use cases. I just know that it's a much steeper ask to be casting 3-mana rocks that aren't like a ritual that wins you the game. There are probably some control decks that would make it work. But yeah, it's tough. David, we do not have time to roast your deck today, but there will be a free deck roasting stream tomorrow. So make sure you are on Twitch tomorrow, and then we may be able to look at your deck. Yes. All right, let's pull up Libk's deck. This is spooky. Deck aims to win the game by blinking Rusko a bunch of times. Oh my god, you're one of these people. We've found you in the wild. The word chat, boo them. Chat, it's one of them. It's an arena player has breached fucking containment on us. Oh dear lord. Lulu, thank you for the 2 real super chat. Insert Mald is getting pussy joke. I appreciate you. This is diabolical. Rusko shows his clocks. His big, girthy clock. Okay, so is this... Link Dude, very importantly, is this a deck that you have on Arena, or have you, like, kidnapped the children of 3 people and convince them to let you play him in paper? Oh, he's from Mystery Booster 2, so this is in paper. Well, everybody has a deck like this in Arena for a rainy day to make other people feel bad. Yeah, this card is printed in Mystery Booster 2. Oh, more Infinity. Okay, so this isn't meant to win. This is just meant to make people angry. How is this a blink target? How? He enters tapped and only has a death trigger. What the fuck? Okay, no, I'm moving on. I'm being rage baited. I refuse to be rage. Enters, open and... Okay, let's start going down the checklist. Where the fuck is day night? We need day night. We need monarchy. We need initiative. Let's see where we can find them. We have theft. All right, that's checked off. ETB, open an attraction. And then a bunch of roll things that don't matter. That don't do anything. When you roll a 2. When you roll a 2, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain... What the fuck attraction could Matt? I'm scrolling through this whole deck. What the fuck attraction could we need? Okay, return a creature you don't control, so it doesn't hit our thing. Make a 1/1, doesn't matter. Make a food, doesn't matter. Choose target creature that hasn't been phased out, so like bad removal. Okay, doesn't matter. Look at the top X. You may play those cards. Okay. A little bit of card access. They're artifacts? You're doing this to get your artifact? Are you aware of any other card in this game that says artifact on it? Okay, draw a card. I don't think that one does anything. We found the level beyond clues. Yeah, like fucking... Brother. You need artifacts. I got you. I got you. That's horrible. That's okay, so these are all horrible. Blinker. All right. Your blinkers at least make sense. Because on ETB, we get a mana rock, and if we keep this man around, then we get to drain the table really, really quickly. That makes sense, at least. Now, do the individual cards make sense? You fuck ass rage baiter. All right, 13 of them do, yes. Yeah, these all seem fine. The blue-black control deck? This is you have a different section. Nope, here's card draw. What? What is... What do you need this for? Bro said, not a control deck in all caps. The Rusko Blink deck. The Rusko Blink deck with the counter spells and the removal, not a control deck. Then what the fuck is it? It's a Battle of Wits deck? What? How does that even... That can't be true. Win with clocks. Yes. Yeah, okay. I want us to put... All right. I want us to, just for a moment, consider a man named Rusko, who when he enters, conjures a card named Midnight Clock. And then I would like us to consider, for a moment, that the thing this deck does the most is flickers Rusko. And then I would like us to consider, for a moment, that mechanized production wins us the game if we happen to have 8 artifacts with the same name, like Midnight Clock. And then, with all of those things in mind, I would like you to consider that this is definitely a Battle of Wits deck. So you're telling me, as your honest to God goal, I am going to make 100 Midnight Clocks? I'm going to attempt to make 100 Midnight Clocks. No, you don't love it. It's not beautiful because that game plan is a fucking lie. I beg all of you to look at the fucking rise and shine in this deck. Battle with Wits is a fucking fraud. It is a fucking phony. They are making Karns. I want you to consider a world in which they make a construct for every Midnight Clock. They have mechanized production, Cyberdrive Awakener, and Rise and Shine. I want you to then look me in the fucking eyes and tell me, yeah, Battle of Wits, that's what's coming through. We have goddamn Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge in here. This is rage bait. Starry-eyed, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Battle of Wits says library clocks conjure to field and are exiled when they leave. How do you get 100 clocks in library? Those are alternate win cons. I think you've misspelled priority win cons. sack outlet. So if we kill... I've never wanted something to not work more than I do right now. Gamer, he doesn't. Dusk Hatred, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. Okay, conjured permanents are not tokens. They do go into grid. So you have to make 100 clocks. Land. Land. No, this isn't a fucking island. All right, land. Brainstorm. Okay, so what do I need to have? I need to have an artifact sack outlet. So Arcbound Ravager can be that for me. I already have a better win condition than Battle of Wits in my hand. That is why I call this deck a lie. I have a better win condition than the thing you told me this deck was about in my hand, start of game. I will put... whatever. I'll put my Flicker stuff away first because I don't need it right now because my commander's not out. I play this thing. I do nothing. Let me go get... yeah, I go get this. I play Rusko. I am going to use Clown Robots to mark my midnight clocks because that is what this deck is. Or realistically, if I'm trying to shorten the distance between me and freeing everybody from this game, I would play Starfield Vocalist turn 4, and then turn 5, I would go Rusko 2. I have 2 of these fuck-ass clocks. Then... oh, wait, doesn't this just make infinite clocks? Oh, that sucks so bad. Oh my god. Oh, you're one of them. Oh, look at my funny labor of love. By the way, infinite mana. Fuck you. What if I made infinite mana and then I forced you to watch a 40-minute PowerPoint about how much I like the card Battle of Wits? Oh, that sucks. Oh, I truly hate that, brother. I truly, truly hate that. Right, we don't have Battle of Wits or a way to find Battle of Wits, but we do have fucking Cyberdrive Awakener, and so if we pass a turn... yeah, an infinite mana means you can just... yeah, you have clocks. Oh, that's awful. You gotta make a YouTube account right now. This is not a commander deck. This is a Quips and Guac video you have designed. That's... I struggle to think of a... I struggle to think of a thing I hate more than this deck. It is extremely funny the first time. I think the sentence, I I have made Battle of Wits work in Commander. That is gold. The gameplay experience of playing this deck has got to be like the worst thing this side of eating bread that somebody shit on. Because I like how we started. I like how we started at me being like, oh my god, you're every Rusko player. And you were like, no, I'm not. And you are, in fact, every fucking Rusko player. You are sitting there in your corner with your diabolical little plan. And then as soon as we fucking pass to you on turn 5, the game's over, but in 2 hours. The game's over, but you can either just let me say I win once I make infinite mana. Oh my god, it's actually like it's the most head empty combo deck imaginable. Because you make yeah, this should be an off meta. Well, the thing is like the CEDH players are never going to let you do it because it's not technically legal and they don't know joy. Make them shuffle every time, no shortcuts, but then I have to stay like then we're just both losing. This is whatever this is whatever Pokemon Rusko evolves into at level 69. I mean, I'm so sad. The anger is giving way to deep sadness that for all of the kookiness and all of the rage bait, the entirety of this deck is, hey, did you know having an infinite mana outlet in the command zone is pretty good? That's the fucking deck. That's the fucking deck. Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know infinite mana outlets can do some pretty silly stuff? This is not the deck that teaches you the importance of a counterspell. This is the deck that teaches you the importance of not trusting your friends when they say they made something funny. It's not infinite. They need enough card sleeves and midnight clocks. This is I hate this. I hate this with my whole chest. I hope to never meet you in real life. I own almost 200 clocks. Why? Why do you own a single clock past the 101st? you Your fiance was in here. I grow more worried for you. I get every new person to play against it to sign it. Jesus. I, that's serial killer behavior, Link. I keep a record. I keep a record of trophies of everybody I've made bear witness. Cause yeah, I like. This is why we can't have. I'm gonna write a letter to Gavin Verhey about why they should not have put this man in the mystery booster, and I'm telling him about you. I'm broken. I would just take a picture of my opponent's face every time you play the game. I mean, this is like this is the type of deck where I'm getting my Pokemon Go dailies done. This deck is perfect and something I would never want to play against. I mean, no, this is a Quips and Guac video. This is not. This is the antithesis of why I build decks. Because I build decks to be like, I want something that's going to give me a consistently good time with my friends and put me in kooky situations. And this deck is, hey, did you know this was possible? Did you also know it's not fun to watch happen? I show them the win. That is, I mean, no, there's a breed of player like Quips. I say this is a Quips and Guac video and not an actual deck. Quips and Guac gets views. There are people this is for. This is really how the other half lives. Yeah, like what it's this is really just the weirdest bracket 4 combo deck I've probably ever seen. That's all it is. Because you would never like playing this in 2 or 3 would be just unthinkable because I didn't even mulligan and we land dropped into an infinite turn 6. I'm sure that if you mulliganed or knew what the deck was capable of, then you're going to go infinite much sooner than that. And so it is only appropriate for bracket 4 and it is just a soup. I'm so torn because I guess this is the novelty that all of life is built off of because on the face of it, it's so funny and creative because you go, oh, it's a battle of wits deck. I'm going to beat you with Midnight Clock. But in actuality, it is a infinite mana is good, huh? The attraction package might get cut if you want to do some actual suggestions. No, you need to keep the rage bait in this deck. The only thing keeping this deck alive is the rage bait because this is a bracket 4 blue black infinite mana combo deck. And I think it is cute and it is funny. And most of what is keeping it cute and funny is the fact that you are going to stone face play lifetime pass holder. That's saving you. That's saving you from the fucking electric chair. Is that you are going to stone face, yeah, deadbeat attendant. Essence Flux, deadbeat attendant. And so I think you have to keep doing that. The only ways to make it better would just be more fast mana. Like either more fast mana or you don't have Vampiric Tutor for some ungodly reason. So other than the obvious bracket 4 additions, with only 200-ish clocks, it not exactly combo off. It just sort of plays with itself because you don't really have infinite mana. You don't have true infinite mana, but you have enough mana to keep repeating the thing you need to do. And so yeah, if there were other, I don't think you're missing Moxen. Maybe Mox Diamond is the only thing. Uh, so other than the typical bracket 4 suspects, there's not really things that I think are worth adding for this deck because the list is somehow pretty tight, even with the attractions on board. I think the attractions are like a mascot, but you need them for sure. And then I think easily some of these cards could just become Demonic Tutor. Right? Like we're playing with ourselves if we don't think that Vampiric Tutor or Demonic Tutor or even like Imperial Seal could go in this deck, but in terms of the function of what you want to do, uh hmm. Like, you don't really need to clone because the goal is to go infinite Deadeye Navigators. You could do an extra turn spell, but I doubt it's like... I doubt it's really all that necessary. We need these to sacrifice the clock. Ponder and Preordain do seem crazy. I mean, maybe these two could become slightly better card draw options. Like, you could play a fucking... Just, hey, what if in your genuinely good deck you played a genuinely good card? But I don't know if you're, like, holding up... That's true, actually. You don't have base Midnight Clock in the deck list, which does seem like an oversight. I do think we're missing the OG. I intentionally keep it out. Of course you fucking do. Of fucking course you do, you fucking rat. You fucking rat filth bastard. Then yeah, put your tutors in and get in fucking jail. Horrifying. You've been moved to the safe zone with Alec, man. I didn't trust Link Dude to be around you guys. I thought he would try to clock on you. Yeah, the non-legendary clones don't actually seem... That was in my head as, oh, maybe I'll be recommending these when I first looked at the deck, but because the deck is so specific and the dumb thing it wants to do with flickering Rusko, I don't actually think you should be doing non-legendary clones. I think it should just be all of this cut opt right now, man. Rage bait. I'm being rage baited. I'm being shown fast mana and an infinite combo, and I'm being shown opt. You gotta stop. Link Dude out here trying to sell clocks to middle schoolers. Ian, you don't want to know the point of Thrumming Stone. Yeah, this... I mean, there is the line for, oh, if I clone Starfield Vocalist, this then nets mana, but I feel like the likelihood you're gonna rip Starfield Vocalist is relatively low. And only 2 of these are creatures, and so you only have 2 things in the deck that you can then clone to then net mana in a situation where you're probably good anyway. Every time our game stores get a new clock, they call him over like a dog with a treat, and it works. Why do you keep playing against this deck? Link, I feel like this was more of an intervention than a deck review, because this is wrong, dude. How much money do you have in Midnight Clocks? Hold on. This is only a 40-cent card, so it shouldn't be very much. It should only be like $50 or something. Do you have like a Midnight Clock retirement stash? You gonna come back and all of your walls have been replaced with Midnight Clock wallpaper? That's a good question. Link, does this bizarre fascination with clocks extend to anything else? Does it extend to any? Is it like, do you just have like 8 watches on your wrist? Do you go to bed with like 10 alarm clocks? And just this? Link's fiance, you may want to get an MRI. This may be the early signs of a brain tumor. I have 100 booster tutors as well. What the fuck? Bro, they're right. They're right. The uncards are calling to him like the Green Goblin mask. Tarzard gets it. I'm signing a prenup. That would be good for the bit. Yeah, getting a little metronome. Get a metronome, but you need variable volume, and then you turn it up. You turn it up as the game goes on, and then by the end of the game, it's just you're just blowing out eardrums. Oh, these kitties are so precious. Boss, check Dear Malltown real quick. Oh, a scam bot got in there. Real. Hold on. Moderator view. Ban. Spam account. 6 hours. We got him. Yeah, this deck is ridiculous, and I do think falls into the category of decks that are extremely funny one time, except for Link Dude, in which case most of his gray matter has been replaced by Big Fucking Benjamin. I am alright, you know what? That's that's the last deck for the day. We're playing XCOM now. I'm tired of Magic now. I no longer like Magic the Gathering. I now like XCOM. Oh, the Clock King. Yeah, this actual photo of Link, dude. Hey Mald, I was talking with a coworker who also plays Magic yesterday, and he referred to Jace as the main character of Magic. Obviously, I called him a filthy blue player, and we fist fought about it. We work at a Waffle House, so that part's normal. But it did make me wonder, what do you think about it, and who do you think would be the main character? It's Jace. It's Jace, no questions asked. And I'm sorry to say, this man is boring and sucks, which is part of why the Magic novelizations have never caught on. But there's nobody else. Ron Jace, get the fox. Yeah, there's like. For a while, you could argue it was like Nicol Bola. It's definitely not Urza. Gideon was the main character with the lead up to the War of the Spark, I feel. Or to the Spark of War, I feel. Yeah, I mean, how's your back feel, old man? Loot is going to be the main character for Era 3. No, they're cutting that man open with a fishing knife. I want it to be Chandra and Nissa, but it is just Jace. Yeah, Chandra and Nissa are just like beloved recurring characters. It's 100% Jace. Yeah, this man is our Tony Stark. Look upon him in sadness. What's Era 3? I don't know. It's some random name people are giving to the stuff that is coming, like the next couple storylines of Magic. Oh, I'm derogatorily equating it to Marvel. Real and accurate. I felt the same way, but I was hoping you had a secret I didn't know about. No. No, unfortunately not. My internal test for if a universes beyond makes sense is, can I imagine Jace talking to the important characters and does it make sense? So yeah, I think Jace is too. Fuck. Yeah, they tried with Kellen, but nobody likes that bitch either. Bloomborough Jace is not the main Jace. It is human Jace. It is human man Jace. It's clear. Is not fucking Cruel Claw, you guys. Somebody else also asked. Oh, it's wartime, gang. We're doing war now. We're going to talk about magic as we do war. Okay, that's fine. Headphones aren't on. Okay, XCOM is working. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. That looks a little bit loud. Question, would you still run Cultivate / Kodamas with only 6 basics? Yes, I would be more inclined to run Open the Way and Skyshroud Claim. But like, I would just... I would simply draw in the correct order. If you can also find... You could also run like Gwenna. Gwenna Eyes of Gaia is another 3-mana dork that will tap for 2 mana. You won't get the like untap synergy. You won't get the untap synergy with her, but you will get the mana fixing for your commander. Very bad stutter. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to go into... I'm trying to see if getting past the XCOM starting window will do it. Oh, this bitch woke up instantly. She heard me chewing.
I know, who's it with us?
Okay, you can still hear me. Okay. Are we visually stuttering when we're in the just chatting screen? Because it may just be that too many... Actually, I don't know why having this many applications open would be a problem. Still stuttering. Holy fuck, what? Well, as with everything, we're going to try murdering the TikTok stream first and see if that does anything. Okay. How about now? Have you tried restarting your router? No, why would that be the first thing I tried, Nemison? We've been stuttering for 10 seconds. Why would I have done that already? Fixed? Okay. Fuck, alright, fuck TikTok then. That's what I like to fucking see. Alright, we murder TikTok, we get to play our video game. That's how it goes, people. I tagged this save, this is where it all goes wrong, so I don't give a fuck about intel. Hey, thank you, Danon. I don't give a fuck about intel. I care about making, shut up, bitch. I care about making contact. I need supplies. I need supplies, for sure.
New course.
And Tario, thank you for the 25 stream streak. I appreciate you coming by the dog park today. Kuro Zabulus, thank you for the Twitch follow.
Our team is
Okay, we have mag weapons. Hell yeah. We'll do the instant thing. Hello, time 72nd. Welcome to the stream. We have the mind shield, which I'm not doing. If this is inspired, I think so.
I will make that our highest priority.
Alright, I need to get supplies now so that I can build my new weapons. God damn it.
Commander, there were a few wounded during the latest covert.
Okay,
action.
Matt Daddy got
After a
wounded, but
few
we did
days
it.
Rest, everyone will be ready to get back out there.
Okay, so we can look for Templars. We can hunt the Chosen Assassin. God, I hate teaming up with the Ice Cabal. In today's political climate, it really seems like a bad move for me professionally. Oh, I can't do the faction thing because I need a sergeant. So I don't have anybody who is high level enough to do it. I can gain ability points, I can gain intel. I don't have a sergeant for this. I don't have a hacker for this. I'll do this. I'll send Actually, oh wait, I don't want to send a rookie in that spot. I'll send Platypus. Because I want to get somebody a promotion. Alright, we have that going.
Commander, we've got
I have 145, maybe I can... Hold on, maybe I can build a real gun now. And I can be a real boy.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
A ranger upgrade, skirmisher upgrade. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
Pickings are slim, but I'm hoping we find...
My goal is to make a commander deck video built around every single legend from the Final Fantasy set, but I just can't bring myself to make 7 different mono white Voltron videos. Why was that the goal? I've never understood... I can never understand those types of, like, pseudo-completionist, especially for making videos, because making videos is like theater, right? We're doing it to put on a show. What is the sense of doing completionism when it comes to theatricalness? Hey Mal, there was one IP that got a Universes Beyond. What would you want it to be? I personally want an Elden Ring set so I can compare it to my choices for the bosses. Bleach. Easily. Give me Ichimaru Gin tomorrow. If I can retrain people, I don't think that matters. I would love it if shit stopped going wrong for one moment.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Strategic resource located.
Okay, more supplies. We get intel, which doesn't matter.
Commander, I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team, but as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment.
Do I
We
have
can
somebody
them working
staffed
on
here?
construction,
Oh, no.
excavation, or staffing a facility.
3 days on this. Oh, I do have somebody who can excavate, okay. Chat, wish me luck. I'm secretly hunting Pokemon for my buddy for Christmas. So far, I have a Game Boy SP in case along with Pokemon Silver and a repro of Leaf Green. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be sick as fuck.
I don't blame Shen for one.
Soifon would be a new Poison commander, though, so I don't know. I hate Poison, lol. I wonder if they would actually go the route of Poison, or if they would just give her, like, her own type of instant kill effect. Because the thing with Soifon is she allegedly kills everybody in 2 hits, except anybody that fucking matters. Every important character just shrugs that shit off like it's nothing.
I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with this world once they
How do I fucking get anything going? How do I get anything going, man?
Maybe I'll just turn whoever survives loose on each other and see how it goes. We are victorious, and the cause is advanced.
Don't listen to graduated dumbass. I'm in his commander pod, and his Dragon's deck used to have an average mana value of 5 before we intervened. I mean, that seems about right for a Dragons player. Okay, now I have a sergeant. So now we can do the faction hero thing, right? Soifon would be a double strike toxic 5 who is somehow still terrible. Yep. Wolf, I'm unsure if you've recovered yet.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Dane, I don't think they do that. I think that's too, like, inside baseball.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Maximum power consumption reached.
I need another fucking power station. I'm locked in otherwise. Hunter the Lurker, thank you for the tier 1 sub with the 7th month in a row. Sup boss, just tuning into my most watched streamer. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're now about to watch me get obliterated by toothpaste men.
Suffer the consequences.
Ichigo will be the first creature booklet flip. Yeah, you open him up and it's just one of those like xylophone ass things. Introducing our first brochure card, Ichigo Kurosaki. I think I want at least one rookie out here. Oh, who's in chat? Because we should have the mod, and so you should be able to do like exclamation point say, and then type a message. I believe the commands are working. See, so you're in chat, and yet you are not a soldier. Hmm. Okay, I'll put Wolf in, but it's not popping up here. I think it only works if you have a soldier. It does assign chatter names to like civilians and enemies that are on the map, but the talking and the emoting should only work if you are already a soldier. Okay. I put in some people who are here. We're gonna see if it works.
Sky Ranger deployed.
How does one become a soldier? By being in chat while we are playing this game. You can cheer bits or gift subs to move ahead in the queue, but if you are just here and talking,
And they're taking out civilians and fighters alike. We're deploying to protect as many people as we can. Secure the site and take out any hostile forces still threatening the area. Menace 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment.
okay, now Wolf, King Cow, parents, if any, you guys try talking and we'll see if the mod is working or not. Where is this mod? Where does this mod live? Okay, the comment section of this mod is basically just nonstop, yeah, this shit doesn't work, so maybe they're having a tough time of it. Okay, where are the people to save? Good afternoon, Gibbons. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, every comment on this mod is just like, yeah, this shit broke this mission. Yeah, the Twitch integration. Somebody left a comment that said, the Twitch integration seems to work. The commands and the polls just don't do anything.
Rolling out. Advent troops spotted.
Oh, fuck, dude. Fucking, of course, man. Fuck. I'm sorry. Why did I even try to take the high ground, man? That's my fault. That's totally my fault, dude. That's totally my fault, and I feel bad about it, and I feel ashamed that I did that.
Let's move already. Here, catch!
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Wolf, bail out King Cow. For their failure, not my failure, their failure. Okay, now I have to avoid clumping up because this fucking Gundam, all they do is shoot rockets out of their butt. Their only goddamn mission in life is to shoot ass rockets at me.
On your order.
They fell though? Yeah, but they're not dead. They're gonna get up. He's right there. He's gonna get up and he's gonna shoot my fucking guys. That's what I'm talking about. Good job.
Still holding.
I am at your service.
I wonder if I can hit from here. No? Okay.
I won't let them pass.
Please. Fucking please, dude. God damn it. Useless. A sectopod? I don't think we've encountered a sectopod yet. Okay, Terrence, great. Already almost dead. Another pod? Great. Beautiful. Oh, good. They're just murdering civilians. That's fine. That's fine. They're just murdering civilians.
X-ray neutralized.
Okay, excellent.
Covering ground.
These mutons seem a little more agile than the ones we fought in the past. It looks like they're still serving as the aliens' front line, though.
Well, fuck that guy. Get him, King Cow. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Fuck the wall and the man behind it. Carlos, we are Xing our comms right now, yes. Not for very long, because my throat and voice still hurt. But for a glorious moment. Wolf, blow these men.
Let's do this.
Wolf, you know what I need you to do. Blow these creatures. Blow these creatures right now. Maul genuinely surprised when his anti-material rifle goes through material. Listen, with these guys, they miss every fucking shot, okay? I'm just surprised he didn't shoot his own cock off.
Hit the armor!
Hell yeah, we did it. Hell yeah, we did it. Wolf is dead, but we did it. Ooh!
We're losing people down here!
Alright, that's not great. We can recover. We can recover from this.
We're taking losses here!
Oh good, another pack. Oh good, another pack of mutons. God damn it. And there goes Santiago Vargas.
I'm on it.
The situation grows curiouser and curiouser. Okay. We can flank this guy.
On reserve!
Oh shit, they're right there. Oh boy.
Now we wait.
Yeah, fuck it. I can't set off the claymore because the remote start doubles the damage radius, and so I threw the claymore thinking, oh, I can blow it up, and then I can just shoot the thing. Oh yeah, blow up the claymore. Yeah. There we go. Teamwork makes the fucking dream work, baby. Cryptic Spires is legal in Commander. Why are you asking that question, Cecil? Why are you asking that question instead of how much does one copy of Open the Way cost?
Got it, moving.
You speak madness to me directly. You do not need another tap land.
Move out.
As you order, Commander.
Get going.
Okay, this is all fine. Do I have any... No survivors here. Yeah, just fucking run blindly forward. Can't believe I'm dead. I mean, maybe you should have dodged better, Wolf. You did kind of just let that mutant rough you up.
Advent is near.
Heading out. Scanning.
Ooh. That's tasty.
Our world is dangerous.
God damn it, man. Just let me fucking have something, man. I did the game mechanic. Why has there gotta be so many? Okay, we just have to not die. If we just not die, we're gonna win, and it's gonna be fine. And they didn't miss. They shot directly wallbang through a car. I love it. Don't get killed right now. Do anything but get killed. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
That was close.
Show me, Bug, if you ever type the words "cum losses" in this chat again, they will be your last. I promise you.
Locked and loaded.
Hell yeah. One cum losses down. Tremendous.
I will reposition. I am out of ammo.
Okay, we have to reload King Cow. Can I get a grenade over to this thing? No.
Moving to Overwatch.
I guess we Overwatch. God, that regen. Okay, good shot, good shot. Nice zoom in, tight zoom in. I like how he just fucking ambles. Unbothered, not rushing. Like, yeah, man, I just work here, you know? Like, they tell me, descend upon the town, kill all the civilians, shove them in your mouth, add them to the cum losses, and I'm just, you know, I just clock in, clock out. What I really love is Dungeons and Dragons. Ah! Perfect.
Loading fresh ammo.
You don't shoot this man right in the head. Okay, for a second I thought that was gonna miss.
Volk says hello.
1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
We fucking did it. We fucking did it. We're the goddamn greatest. We can't be stopped.
Indicate advent.
It was a 100%. I would have rioted. I would have understood. Killed 2 good men, but Maul did. I killed 2 okay men.
Standing. You can bet they're still in the fight. Finger on the trigger.
Oh, +3. Both of these are so good. I feel like I need this for the... I feel like I need this thing for when I'm fighting the Chosen Ones, because they have so much stealth that if I get to see them once... Oh, I can do both. Oh, hell yeah. I'll do both. Hell yeah. No injuries. Called out flawless.
Hello, Commander.
Alright, since it is 3 and I can feel in my fucking bones that I'm still sick, I think we are going to call it there after the one successful mission. Save Wolf's failed blowage. We are going to be live again tomorrow at noon for the free deck roasting stream. I will see you all there. We're going to raid into...
Let's see who's live. Girls Play TV is live. We're going to raid into them. Hit them with the Bald Kai. Thank you all for being here today. I will see you tomorrow. I will pet my kitties once for each and every one of you. But thank you all for being here. I will see you tomorrow. And please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that is just it for us, but I will be back tomorrow.